record, but I didn't hit the Yami.
Do that? I ain't just do that.
No, you did. You did it. You did it way more perfect than I thought you would have. If you hear math do the den and there, or you see the den and there, you know what time it is. It is indeed a special presentation. Gosh, you was there live.
I was there live.
You was there live with your cousin. I was watching at home. We'll talk. We'll get to the live versus through the screen situations. But I think in the weeks leading up to ASÉ 11, if anybody knew anything, they knew that that the ending, the main event, the fatal 4-way for the ASÉ Women's Championship, the finals, that it felt different. It felt real. Felt like a moment, and I think in a portion of the pro wrestling landscape that feels like it's been having a moment for a while. It was cool to see that the spotlight was on these 4 women.
Pardon me. I don't mean to stop. I don't mean to stop your shine because you was giving it all that it needed. I just wanted to say, like, the feeling. If you know how, because it is October. Excuse me. If you know how baseball gets, you feel like a baseball in October, like it's tense. You know something is. You can feel it. You can literally feel it. Like something's gonna happen. That day, leading up to that day, you could feel some shit. It was brewing.
Facts.
Proceed.
No, it's one of them things where A, my internet's been tricky, so hopefully everything's good. But B, I think you've been on the money. On the money. It's a time right now where is my internet messing with me?
Yeah, you got dial up, but we working with it. You put the special presentation. We good money
about it. Let's welcome to the stage one and only the King, Charity King.
Hey.
Welcome to the Black Rasslin Podcast.
Hey y'all, so happy to be here.
My apologies.
It's okay. I'm very happy to be here.
We're glad to have. We are glad to have.
I appreciate you.
I'm definitely glad to see you here. Last time I saw you, you was kicking a lot of ass. I was a little bit scared because I saw you before the show, and then I saw you pre-match.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, she is on some shit right now. So go ahead, but we are glad to have you. We're glad to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here.
Okay, I'll get to
it. How are you feeling? Well, I'm saying, how are you feeling? You're about a month and change, roughly, into being champion. What's that been like, being that inaugural ASÉ Women's Champion for you?
It's been kind of humbling. It's also kind of felt still like a dream almost. Like it feels like, damn, like that shit really happened, like for real. But it also feels like, hell yeah, about time. Like the fuck, like it also feels like that. So it's so many emotions at once that are happening at the same time. But it also just feels good in general. It just feels good. Feels right.
If it's ever a time, if it's ever a moment where somebody, it just works for one, it just worked for you. It worked for that was lined up. It was aligned. I don't know how it would have went any other way. We wouldn't have been here like this. And that's no bullshit. And that's not me blowing smoke. There's no cap. We just wouldn't have been like this.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, she said it when we had the conversation before the match, leading up into it. First women's match in ASÉ, almost 2 years, kicking ass in an ass kicking tag team. Like, it definitely. But I mean, I'm not gonna front, Charity. I just watched that match.
Okay.
When that bell rang, you were still holding on, and like I don't want to speak for you, but it really felt like it was like, wait, does she know that she just became the inaugural women's champion? Like, take us back to that moment. What was going through your mind?
And see, with these kind of questions, I honestly never know how far to lean to one side of the story. If not, I was very. I think people have already talked about it, but I was very surprised by the ending. It was a good moment. I think that in wrestling, because it's so predetermined, obviously, I think that sometimes we miss out on genuine shock and surprise. And this was one of them that was like all for real, where I was like, wait, what happened? The 3 count happened? What's going on?
when you look like, oh shit, was something wrong. And that's what's missing. Like that, like it's genuine. The face
is super genuine.
The face, the crowd, everybody was like,
yes.
Yeah.
All my pictures are me just being surprised.
Yeah.
And shocked and confused. I don't have any cool ones that's like, yeah, I just won this belt. I'm like, did we fuck up the match? Confusion and surprise. But it was great, man. Like after it all like hit me, I think Caprice said something to me like surprise or something like that. I was like, oh shit. And I think that's kind of where I dropped down, started crying. But it was a great moment. I mean, everybody truly kept a great secret, this big secret. And I was the only one who didn't know. So
you wasn't the only one. We was all like,
everybody was like that. Yeah.
Everybody thought it was Savannah.
Yeah.
Everybody said Savannah.
It was crazy.
Everybody didn't.
Counted me out.
I did not. I did not.
I know you didn't. You was like, nah, it gotta happen. It's gotta be you. I know.
I was saying the kid.
Goddamn right. And then especially when I seen you pre-match, can you take us back to that pre-match, that feeling? Because your face was stone. And I was like, oh, she on some bullshit tonight. It was stone, and you were like, yo, about to go get it on. This is like it's a big deal, and I'm about to show out. And that's what you did. What was that like? What was that feeling pre-match? How were you feeling?
I was feeling a lot of anxiety, to be honest. And I talk about this. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't do a lot of interviews. But each time I do speak on it. I have a lot of. I have a lot of anxiety, and so a lot of that stone face is me trying to put my real self, who is very scared and who is very stage fright, trying to put her to the side to allow Charity King to come forward and take over, almost like that Beyonce and Sasha Fierce thing, trying to put me to the side and being like, Charity King needs to come out and take over right now because she's the one that's more confident. She's the one that's more braggadocious. She's the one that truly believes her shit does not stink. You know what I mean? And so it was a lot of that being in focus, and also kind of feeling the weight of the night. Yes. Like this was the main event. Darius, he put us on the flyer as the main attraction. We were the main advertisement. Yeah. This is historic moment. We have Jazz there, Jacqueline. Like it's this huge night with 4 all-Black women.
Yeah.
It was like this moment of like, there's a lot of weight here tonight.
Huge.
And we all have to carry our load, and we all have to carry this weight to make sure that it is such a great match. Like it can't slip. It can't be like, well, you know, the girls, they messed it up, or, well, you know, women's wrestling, you know how it goes. Well, you know, Black girls, you know how they be wrestling. It could not shake. You know what I mean? Like everything had to be executed as best as we could, but everything needed to be executed appropriately. We needed to convey the emotion that was necessary, not only for ourselves, but for the audience, the people who are watching at home. And also, again, first ever champion. Like
Yeah.
there's so much big. So I'm having to balance all of that and understand the responsibility I have, and just in wanting the match to be good and wanting the audience to feel how we feel, and wanting that moment to be a moment also, you know what I mean? Like for it to be because if Darius is advertising it as the moment, I want to make sure that when we get in the ring, we make sure it is the moment, you know, that everybody, you know, stops being on their phone and they look at the main event. Oh shit, here they come. And all that requires a lot of execution. And obviously we had help with the producers, Caprice Coleman and Cedric. They helped us a lot with kind of producing that match, and just all of the weight of that night was on my face. That's why I looked so like, whoo, this is it. So kind of balancing my anxiety and the responsibility.
Have you had a chance to watch that back?
Yes, I did. I did. I think maybe was it earlier this week I did. So it took me a long while to watch it back. Earlier this week I did watch it back. I time watching it back. I was very sports entertained. I was like, this is great.
Yes.
The moment fit, the match fit the moment. And I was very proud of everybody. I mean, the way that Savannah was able to show she is that monster, the way that Karen was able to show that, the Maya world and her being the athlete, you know, the person who can do a lot, and me coming in there, you know, showing my little thing. So I thought we all did a great job.
Do you know that you are who we say you are?
Right, you did a Rana. You did a running Rana dumb early into that match.
Do you know that?
I don't ever leave my feet.
I was surprised. I said, wait, I forgot. Honestly, I forgot about the spot. I said, oh shit, she did a running Rana.
Cal, you know, we have these conversations. Pardon me, Cherry. We have these conversations all the time, and we big up people. You know what I mean? But there's times when you big up somebody and they are who you're saying that they are.
Right.
Like,
you realize that they different.
Do you know that? Do you realize that? When you were watching that, you like, yo, I really am the shit.
Now, when I watched it back, I was like, I was on some shit.
That's what I want to hear.
Did I just do that? Did I leave my feet? Did I do that? I go into every match with a lot of imposter syndrome and anxiety, right? And just hoping that this is not the match that I disappoint the audience, or this is not the match where people finally say, yeah, we always knew she won shit. So finally Darius finally sees it, or finally Black Wrestling finally sees it. You know what I mean? Like, and so I work really, like, each time you see me inside of a ring, just know it took a lot of mental effort to get there. And sometimes I think people see it in me before I see it in myself. Even when Darius booked me on the show, that very, very first one. Same thing with Kiera. Kiera agreeing to do the match with me, that very first match. She saw something in me that I was like, girl, you sure? Me? Me? And so sometimes I don't see it. That's the answer to the question. I'm not gonna know.
She saw so much that she let you send her to the cabaret. And we can't.
Shout out to Kiera at the cabaret.
I'm not gonna forgive you for that.
That's my dog, though. She making that money.
Cal.
She making that money.
Sorry, Cal. Go ahead. Look, he behind. He behind. Cal, what you doing?
Oh, he lagging behind a little bit.
Yeah,
my internet is messing up.
It's
okay,
all good.
We'll forgive you.
We're definitely gonna forgive you. Moving on, just a tad bit forward. We have this event coming up this week.
Yeah.
Your opponent for this week is Aleah James.
Mm-hmm.
How are you preparing for your very first ASÉ Women's World Championship match? Your defense.
I am obviously the same thing I always do, which is always tape study, right? honestly, watching her stuff, she's very talented. She's someone I like as well. So honestly, beating her up is going to be bittersweet, but I have to keep my championship. There's not a lot of friends in this. I mean, you could be my homie, but when it's time for you to step across from me, that kind of has to stay to the side. And so I'm doing what I always do, which is I prepare, I watch her matches, and execute after that. Yeah.
So knowing that she could have
Give me
been
1 second. My iPad about to die. 1 second.
Go ahead, handle your business. This is the Mav Damon Show. Shout out to me. Back to Aleah James as your first title defense.
Yeah.
Is it anything that you're doing differently than you were for the fatal way in preparing for her, knowing that she would have been one of your opponents then if she would have got the W over My World? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I don't think I'm doing anything. I think for me, one is that I am expecting her to come hard, because she also understands that she was not in the fatal 4-way. She also understands that in her mind, she's probably kind of coming in like, if I was in the fatal 4-way, I'd be the one winning. You know what I mean? And so I'm not underestimating that fire, kind of what that fire can do to somebody. And it might even switch her. Like, she's all, smiley and bubbly and stuff like that. And when I get in the ring, she might switch on me. And so I am very much kind of prepared for what that fire can do to somebody, to what that regret can do to somebody, and how it can change people, being regretful, being kind of feeling jaded, and kind of what that can do. And so I am ready for the good guy Aleah James, who is like, I'm going to play fair. I'm going to, show and prove, but I'm also ready for her to switch it up on me and say, you know what? I should have been in that fatal 4-way. And so I'm ready for all sides of her.
Every time you step in the ring now, is history. Every time you step in there, it's history, and your opponent is looking at it the same way. Like, I'm going out here to make history. So you have to put your foot in somebody's ass continuously and try. I guess you're going to try to beat the accent out of her.
But I mean, that accent is stuck in there real hard, but I'm going to do my best. Best.
Speaking of accents, you got Nyla Rose.
Girl, her and that fake accent. Okay. Hers is okay. Okay. Yes, I do got Nyla Rose. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Nyla, you think about Nyla is, everyone thinks she's so fun and she's so great and she's funny.
Yeah.
But it's like she also carries this aura of I can do whatever I want to do because of my size or because I'm so badass. And so the way she was kind of treating the ref at the last show, the way she was even treating, it was just so, that fan, she pulled the fan from the barricade. It was giving, I can do whatever I want to do. And I don't stand for things like that. It's like, we all coming in here. I know you want to win, but that attitude is crazy. And so when she charged up at me, I said, oh, sweetie, I ain't a fan. I ain't a referee. You charge up at me, it's going to be something. And so come the end of October 25th, I'm really going to beat that fake accent out of her. It's gone. She's going to turn back to the American Nyla Rose. She's turning back to that. I'm beating that accent out of her. Hers is fake. I know for sure. Hers ain't real.
This isn't the first time you had to show them who the real monster is on the block. You know what I mean?
It's not. And I think it'll always be the same outcome, where I will show and prove time and time again why I am the person I am. You know what I mean? So
just switching gears, moving from one opponent to maybe a possible opponent. We got Mercedes Moné.
That's what they say.
That's what they're saying. We talk about making history. that right there could change a lot of lives right there. How are you feeling being mentioned with someone like Mercedes Moné, and what would the preparation for a match like that be for you?
I think I feel honored. I think, first of all, I think a lot of also Black people want to see her wrestle more Black talent as well. And they want that to happen at ASÉ, right? They want it to be Mercedes, the biggest Black star right now we have going, also wrestling someone who just made history at an all Black show, at an all Black promotion. And they want to see that happen. And I am honored and humbled that people are wanting that, and that she even had the little eyes like, girl, okay, that's the belt for me.
She looking.
Everybody knows that if you wrestle her, you will gain something from it. Even in the loss, you'll gain a new skill, you'll gain some confidence, you even gain probably some money. I don't plan on losing if that ever happens. I think I will be not only retaining my title, but I'll also be gaining the extra money that comes from wrestling Mercedes Moné. And so, but I'm humbled by it. I mean, it's Mercedes. She is at this point going one of the best female wrestlers, or probably wrestlers in general, and definitely top 2 Black athletes currently right now. So Mercedes.
She's top 2, but she's number 2 next to the one right here, right?
I mean, I'm trying to be humble. I'm trying to be humble, but you're not making it easy. I'm trying to be humble. Okay.
I'm trying to. So I'm gonna just let you know what I was thinking when I seen the eyes. I said, listen, this the wrong tree to bark up if you want to keep them eyes. If you want to keep the eyes and not get a foot in your ass, you don't want to bark up over here. But
and to give her to give her her credit, because she will get her credit regardless. You know, she's faced up against a whole lot of monsters. She's wrestled on huge shows that will make people have anxiety attacks beforehand. She's done it all. So to her, I'm just an extra girl. I'm just another L. I'm just another body, right? It's like, just somebody on the kill list to get the belt. But I don't think she's met someone like me yet. And so if it ever happens, she's going to be in for a very fun ride, very bumpy ride, but it's going to be fun.
I love it. No, I love it. Damn.
Cal, what's up, baby?
Hey,
y'all can see me, my internet. Damn,
I feel, see you now.
I feel bad because I mean, in the drips and drabs, I know y'all talked about Aleah James. You talked about Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
Talked about Mercedes Moné.
I'm not you, Cal, but we had a little conversation. I'm
not.
Nah.
You.
Not the shade.
Well, I'm saying Charity mentioned that imposter syndrome. I mean, this one of them brothers. I can't do the interview.
No, I don't do that portion, but you know what I mean, because I'm here with the Kang. I'm comfortable with the Kang.
He out again. I don't mean to laugh at him because I know that internet thing is probably frustrating him. I don't mean to laugh.
It is, but it's all good. It's all good. Again, you got a big match coming up this week.
Yeah.
First title defense of the ASÉ Women's World Championship. Just give us a little preview of what may be happening. What the people that may be, because this is the first time that this is not free. You have to subscribe to see this on ASÉ. Just give the people a little piece of what they'll see from you this weekend.
Oh man, this weekend you guys are going to see someone who's on a mission to prove everyone right. All the people who support her, even when she didn't support herself, to also prove to other people that this is not going to be an easy title reign where you can come in and just, try to take the belt. You're going to work very, very hard, and you might even die in the process. And so I am ready, to be honest. People are going to see me do what I do best, which is pick people up and then put them down and retain my title.
That's what we want to hear. That's ASÉ Close to Midnight. That's October 18th. The Women's World Champion Charity King here.
Yes.
She back to business, y'all. We back to business. Charity, before we get out of here, can you let the people know where they can find you on your socials? Where they can see you next whipping somebody's ass, because we know you're gonna whip somebody's ass.
I sure am. You can find me on Instagram at the Charity King, on Twitter or X at the Charity King _. ASÉ October 18th. MPX against Miss Nyla Rose October the 25th. And there you go. And then I have another show announcement coming up in November. So we're going to wait for that to drop. And we're going to wait for that to drop, man.
You know what? You know what? Get her out of here. Cal,
we going to wait for that to drop.
Cut her mic, Cal, because she on some bullshit.
We'll cut her mic. Hopefully my internet's better for the next time after that announcement happens, so we could have a whole nother conversation
we could chop it up. Yeah.
Shout out. All right. Damn. All right, y'all. Shout out Charity King. Why? And matter of fact, patreon.com/ASÉ Wrestling, right?
Yes.
Look at this.
Yes. Sign up. Mad tears. So many tears.
Facts. Get your tears on. We out.